this tea real quick.
Sips tea. Then I was surprised you sent me the picture of the store of like actual tea in a box. What?
Yeah, so that they have that in vanilla too. If you like vanilla, have it.
First of all, nigga, you supposed to get the actual chia, whatever that is, and then the actual vanilla bean stick, and you brew that yourself because that's how fancy you are. Now that the Indian bitch done taught you how to make your own tea. So I'm like, what is he doing on the tea aisle at the grocery store? He has surpassed us with this.
Listen, working too hard. These they ain't got time to steep and brew like I used to. That was me months ago.
Mm. I was like, well, excuse me then. I'm over here trying to see what Bigelow got going on. And you talking about, no, I get the fresh herbs. I take the turmeric and cut it myself. Then I grind up the ginger, okay? And then I steep that. And that's how I make my turmeric ginger tea. And I'm like, that's cute and all, but I'm going to go get this bag. I'm going to go get this box and this tea bag.
Life turned up on me and I was like, you know what? Look at this. They already make it. Now I'm going to go.
Make it easy for yourself.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
It's funny. Me and my wife both like, you know what? We just got to take the time and clean. I guess they call it spring cleaning, just out of nowhere. We've just been doing that like for the last 2 weeks. Like, why doing all of this? This house has never looked this good in this few months. It's because we got back to that point where it was like, you know what? Just got to slow it down, do it the right way. Don't worry about convince. Just get it done.
I'm in that mode myself. After we wrap the show, I have a basket of laundry with my name on it that's just been looking at me like, so you really just gonna keep picking out of me? You really just not gonna fold me up? And I'm looking at it like, yes, because I found better things to do. But having a clean space so I can think clearly is going to be even better. So I'm like, Sunday, we're cleaning today.
Yeah. No, that's something I had was where I could just conveniently give my clothes to somebody for them to wash and fold, not shrink them. The important part, not shrink them.
Absolutely.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Or bleach them, stain them, anything like that. Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh, I haven't done that, but you're right. I have a no, you buy a t-shirt, it's over $20. You feel like that t-shirt go last you a while, and then you mess it up, you be like, money down the toilet.
Absolutely. I had a graphic t-shirt. My sister and I went to the World Natural Hair Show here yesterday, and there was this army green t-shirt, and it said "Pretty Girls Lock." At some point during the pandemic, I got bleach on it. So now it looked kind of cool, but because I know it's not supposed to look like that, it made me feel some type of way. So it was like, different yellow, mustard yellow goes with the army green, but I didn't want that on the shirt. Go to the hair show yesterday. They had the shirt. They had it in a 2X. Baby, I need a medium. I can't do nothing with that. The man hand me the shirt. Don't look at the size. Just hold it up to yourself. I can't do anything with this, sir. I'm sorry. I just ain't got your size, baby girl. Okay, you could have just told me that instead of handing me a 2X, sir.
For real.
This is a nightgown on me. I can't do that with it.
You got the whole big all shirt for you. This. No, it isn't.
It's supposed to be a scoop neck like this. It's all the way down here. I'm over here showing cleavage. What?
Oh.
Yeah. Trying to make a sale though, but I was sad about that $20 that I had to let go down the drain because I'm like, I don't think I bleached this shirt. Why would I put bleach in my colors? That don't make sense.
Yeah, it usually happens to me when like I'm opening bleach and it just goes real quick, and you're like, oh, I got me.
Maybe that's what it was. Maybe I was wearing it while I was doing the laundry. You know what? No, because somehow it got on the back of the shirt too, and I'm like, what? How you do that?
It be on your hands. You like, you know how you down in the back a little, so you
put my hands on my hips.
Exactly.
But it's more so on my back.
I'm already knowing it's those little things. So let me tell you what's gotten into me this
run it.
So I found the Reese's cookies, the Chips Ahoy, not the Chips.
Okay. Thoughts.
And they were on sale.
Come blessings. Look at that.
I'm telling you.
That was probably your
So
Easter blessing. You ain't even know it.
I went and scooped them cookies, and before I got a car, or I finished first sleeve, they were that good.
You said
Um,
before you got to the car?
before I got out the car, before I got out the car to go into my house, from the grocery store to my house, that first sleeve was
You couldn't even
diminished.
wait to break the seal when you got to the house.
I tried my best because I really wanted my wife to taste them, but
Did
I
she
got
get a
that
chance
first
to taste them?
sleeve. She got about two, 3 cookies in a pack. She got about a
And the fact that it's like 27, 30 in a pack. Because yes, it's 9 cookies per sleeve. I have to count because people like to touch shit and I have to watch. So I'll be like, hold on. I know it was 4 cookies left on this row. Why are there 3 now? Yes, I'm at that point. It'd be cookie monsters in my house. And I got to watch.
So take matters even worse. Apparently, Reese's has just been having the best person ever on their team.
Sorry. I was trying to add to my story and I wanted to put us in there and then this playing stuff. But keep going.
So I end up this isn't where I'm leading you, but it's kind of like a precursor to it. So I'm enjoying. I'm off high on my pack of cookies, and I'm trying to keep from going and buying another pack of cookies. Nope, I've had them. I'm good. I don't need no more.
Lies.
I've enjoys the chewy version, but I don't like the chewy version. So
Me
you know,
either. Who?
yeah.
I like using my teeth. What the fuck?
And then we go to the smoke shop, and the guy in there, I'm wearing my Reese's hat, and he goes into this whole conversation with me about Reese's. It's like I found my like doppelganger or something. He was like, "Not that." He was like, "At my shop, I have a whole section." I said, "What?" He said, "Yeah, I had all the snacks, all the hats, all the shirts." I said, "And I've never been to this place."
Tell
So
me more.
I'm like connected on a whole like Reese's bond. It was amazing. And I asked him, I was like, could you possibly do that here? And he's like, nah, zoning won't allow me. I said, damn. Allow peanut butter cup. That's what it is, right? I kid you not. I go to the gas station, maybe less than a mile away. They got a whole Reese's play with Reese's these I've never seen. So they've got this new one called Reese's Nut Rages, and it's
What's in
nothing.
that?
Oh my gosh! So basically, it's if you remember fast break, it's an upgrade in my opinion from the fast break. So this one is almost like what is it? The Snickers bar, but for Reese's. Just think it like that. It's I don't know what the middle part is. It's
I was
like
about to say, so it's got nougat.
it's not nougat. It's peanut butter, but it is however they blended it to have that little soft tough texture. Oh, it's so good, so good. Another one I don't remember the name of it. It was amazing. It was basically a Reese's pieces, not pieces. It was a Reese's nut butter, but like a Butterfinger version.
Mm. So it was crunchy.
Yes. It was like them
Mm.
crunchy, thin, wafery things like they put it in Butterfingers. It was
Mm.
that, but it was Reese. It wasn't Butterfinger.
Mm.
And they surrounded that other. I don't know. It was an amazing concoction. My week has been amazing. That's been my
Full of
highlight.
amazing
Like
snacks.
I don't remember nothing else. To be honest, I've been
Good
thinking
snacks.
about those three of them, and the snack is it can't get no better. I got 3 new snacks in the same week.
Well, I'm
I'm
damn.
overjoyed. I'm so overjoyed. But yeah, next
Okay.
time I find those, I can send you the photo. I felt bad. I ain't gonna lie. I felt
Yeah,
like a real
I'm
fat
over
kid.
here like, so what was the picture of that? So I can go look for these snacks myself. You over here being selfish.
Yeah, but I'm over here focused on the wrong thing. So I was like, me not keep doing this. Oh, so good though. Yeah, so I'm gonna find them again. I'm gonna send a photo to them. If you can't find them, I'm gonna ship them to you because I really need you to tell me what you think about these. We should like a Reese's review.
We should. And they need to sponsor us because we love them and they should love us for loving them.
Ain't
And
that the
pay us.
truth?
Pay us more
Yeah,
so. You
that's
don't
not
have to love me. Just give me a check. And I'll talk about your candy all day long.
all the days. Oh boy. But
On my end, let's see. My week has been, I am like slowing down or trying to anyway, just because, yeah, I've been doing a lot and it's kind of like the hamster wheel doing a lot. So I've been trying to make sure, like, hey, let's prioritize because you're over here neglecting your dog and your laundry. Like I said, I got a whole, it's a large laundry basket, but the only reason why it's large, it's like the mesh laundry basket, right? So let's say it's supposed to be like this. It's like this now because there's so much that has been pushed down into it. Like, I got stuff that in there because I want to lay on my whole. I like to starfish from time to time in my sleep, so I can't have laundry on a portion of the bed. So you got to check your bed. So see, sometimes for comfort, as a single woman, I put my laundry on the side of the bed so I can like snuggle up to that. And then other times I'll be like, no, I want my whole bed. I want to starfish across my whole bed. So in order to do that, I need to move the laundry. So yeah, that's about 3 weeks of laundry that has been compiled up in that basket, and I need to clean it. So like last weekend, I was like, I'm going to be in cleaning mode. I'm going to clean up. I'm going to be focused and in my Zen mode for my bedroom, for my place. I swept, I mopped, I cleaned my bathroom. Cool. Laundry, fuck that. Washed, folding and put away. Meh. That's the problem. I don't mind washing clothes. It's what comes after is the problem.
Yeah, I can see it. That is.
If it got to be hung up, I'm good with that. But actually folding it and putting it in the drawer, and then I had to do my closet because I had to put away all my sweaters and bring out the sundresses, and sundress season is upon us, and bring out my whole clothes because that's coming upon us too. I had to get ready for the season, and yeah, that folding, boy, that almost took your girl out. But I roll those, so that wasn't too bad. Just rolling it up, and then the sundresses just flap,
Yeah.
Throw them on the hanger. That's fine. But the shit I actually got to fold, oh no, that's still in the laundry basket. So that's more so what my week has been, avoiding the laundry basket and doing some other stuff. But let's see what's exciting that happened with me. I've been buying new equipment. So like I have this bright ass new light. I have this new camera here.
You got the largest light.
I did. Because I was like, this is what happened, right? Words mean things. So what had happened was I went to my business conference a couple weeks ago that I told you about. And I met some people there and I've been in contact with them still. So this one lady that I met there, I went all the way to Kalamazoo to go visit with her because she asked me to help her with
There's a real place called Kalamazoo.
It may be, but I just know I drove over. It felt like an hour and a half to go visit her. It wasn't an hour and a half, but like, so I live outside of Atlanta. I just say Atlanta for people who are not in Georgia to make it easier, but I live south of Atlanta. She lives north of Atlanta. We're both 25 to 30 minutes outside the city. So I had to get through the city to go up past to go up to visit her. So it was about an hour. Let me not say an hour and a half. It was about an hour for me to get to her. And yeah, it was a lot. And I was like, I don't know about doing this no more. But she gave me some nice treats that I'd be like, okay, I may come back. I may have to come back and visit you. We'll just see. You give me snacks, I might be inclined to return. Either way. So when I was sitting there talking with her, she played a video for me. And I was like, no. And she was like, well, I don't know about this. And what about da, da, da. And I was like, no, the video was good. It was, I really liked it. You did a good job. And she was like, well, I'll take that from the content queen. I'm the content queen. Well, if I'm gonna be the content queen, I can't have my camera shutting off in the middle of the podcast.
Oh, okay.
I have a coaching client now. I can't have my camera cutting off in the middle of my coaching call. Like that's not what's up. I gotta have good lighting if I'm the content queen. So I was just like, well, let's go with it then. As the content queen, I gotta have the best equipment, and not even. What happened also is that throughout my content creation career, I have been I can rig that type of chick. Okay. I got to show you the video. I'm probably going to post it on Instagram this week, but I got to show you the video of how I used to make my nail videos. So I would take my DSLR camera and my regular tripod. Then let's see. This was when I wasn't making them with my cell phone now, because I go back and forth between the two. When I was making them with my camera before I, had to get my life together, I remember I had a tall chair, almost like a high chair that we had in the kitchen. Then I balanced a thick, like a large suitcase. Then on top of that, that's where I balanced my camera tripod and the ring light. So like the ring light is here, the camera's right here, but this arm is on top of a suitcase and a high chair. Then to balance it, to make sure it wouldn't tip over, I took a tote bag and put like a ceramic bowl in it, so that way it would balance out and not, topple over, because the tripod was like $20 or something. Like it was a whole nigga rig situation. But I was like, but I'm gonna get this footage though.
Sounds unsafe.
Very, very much so. Because if that camera would have toppled over, there goes your whole career. Okay. Or if you had to tow up this suitcase, this ain't your suitcase. That was the only ring light. But I bought like the smaller ring light. I bought the cheap tripod that was like, you could just break it like that. It wasn't like, this is so flexible, or, like you said, yours would like blow over in the wind. I feel like yours was like premium, and that's why it was so lightweight, versus mine was like this cheap and this what I'm gonna get, and that's why it's so lightweight, So yeah, I'm gradually getting out of that to just be like, girl, stop being cheap and just get the actual equipment that you need, instead of trying to rig stuff in order to get what you want to make happen. Just make it happen how it needs to happen. They actually make equipment for this. So now I have a tripod that has a part that I can bring up, and then I can swivel it around 360 like this, and then bring it back up, and then it can just do like a regular tripod.
And you don't have to worry about the TikTok ad fooling you or nothing.
Or that, yes. And then I don't have to do weights and balances. Like, is this heavy enough? Oh no, I need to add something else in this bag, in this tote bag, so the camera won't tilt over. So yeah, I'm in the spirit of buy what you need to get the end result versus having to rig the stuff. So that was cool with my new equipment that I have to work with. So that's exciting.
What's up? Yeah, I was actually happy to see that, because I know how wonderful those lights are. Mine is actually broke, so it's full of tape now. It's not wonderful anymore.
How did it break?
What happened is, so I'm rigging it. I didn't have the actual stand it's supposed to be on. I think I had to get a different one to make it get taller for what I'm doing, and it hasn't have enough space to fit. So in order for it to not fall over, I just taped it. That's pretty much it. Yeah, having an incorrect piece. That's the thing for me, because if you saw what I have here, you would be like, the whole Hollywood studio. Like, yeah, pretty much. It's ridiculous.
It sounds like
you have to buy so many other little things to go with the other thing to make it work, and it gets really, really frustrating. You know what I realized?
What?
We are now live on the Oakland Sunshine Network with the Domestic Athlete Training Podcast right here. Your host, Anthony T. and
Blondie Lockhart.
All right. So I appreciate you so much for tuning in. This week's podcast is I titled it, and I like this title. You have to earn a day off.
Yes.
That is how I'm feeling today. Because let me tell you something. Now, we've been in the last couple of weeks talking about, procrastination and working hard and overcoming a whole lot of different things. Went over a plethora of topics, but one thing we never discuss is that day off. And do you even deserve that day off? Like, I think that to myself all the time. Like, recently, I had a couple days off just because technicalities are issues. me out the game. And it could make a little money, had to catch up the whole week. And when I got back to that following day that I had off on accident last time, I was like, I got work today. I ain't no excuse today. But I wanted to. My body was like, no, you need to go lay down. Go take a good day for yourself. No. Why do that? Why do I need to do that? I have something to accomplish, and I'm trying to get it done as possible. I can. So I have to earn that day off before I can take it again, even if it was on accident. That was a lucky day off. I enjoy it, but now back to the daily grind. You do it even when ain't nobody looking. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that day off?
I tried. So mine is pretty similar. I actually try to schedule a day off, and like Saturdays are actually my like slower, less work type of days, but I still end up doing stuff, even if it's
Yeah.
just end up like filming. So like yesterday, even though my sister and I went to the World Natural Hair Show, it's like everything is content. So I'm still walking around taking pictures, taking video. I'm trying to, you know, network a little bit, not too much, just because that wasn't like I was at one point in time. I was really into the hair industry, and you know, I'm trying to be a hair model, I'm trying to be a brand ambassador, those things. Being that wasn't my focus at the time, I was just like, I can network and tell you what I do now, like if you want help with that. But these brands are like, this is part of their marketing strategy to be here at the hair show, so maybe they would be interested, I'm not sure. But you know, it was more so just me enjoying myself, but still I'm creating content. And then I came back home and I was like, I am exhausted. And I took a
And
nap.
and how often are you gonna be in an environment like that too? You know?
Very true. Very true. So I try to balance it, if you will, if I can, because I always cannot. But yeah, I try to take a day off on Saturday, but it's usually not my day off. And then Sundays like today, so we have the show. And then it just depends, but I usually do my planning to schedule out my week on Sunday. So it's like, yeah, Sunday's definitely not a day off. But I do feel like that sometimes, like I need to earn this day off. Like you can get it. That's kind of how I felt yesterday. I ended up taking the day off yesterday after we got back from the event, because it was just like, like you said, my body was just like, girl, you need to chill. You need to sit down. You need to take a deep breath, woosah, relax, because you've been going constantly. So but I do feel that way, that I need to earn it, or else my body is just like, no. How
Yeah,
about that?
now that your body will tell you you've earned too. Now don't get it twisted. Your body will say, hey, I'm not gonna keep you up for the next
Exactly. I laid down for a nap.
But
I woke up, it was
that's
dark
not the one.
outside. I
That's
was like,
not
well,
the
what the
one we're
fuck?
talking about. We're talking about the one where you're physically telling yourself, "I'm not working today." Because when you think about it, if you go get a job somewhere and become an employee, they give you by law they have to give you days off. They don't want to give you them days
At
off.
all. If you can come every day, every hour, we would appreciate that.
So it's actually there. It's a privilege to even be able to. Oh yeah, I get 2 days off a week, you know. But when you are the boss, you are the company. Well, it's the show has to continue. It must go on. You can't turn it off there too, because you know it slows the process down. So like even now, I've got a couple episodes of this podcast that I haven't posted on iTunes yet. But I've just once I post them, they get a good amount of views and a good amount of people telling me, oh, I got a new episode. I'm like, but can you listen? You know, like it shows me the engagement, of course. So it's like I see how people view it. It's a lot of people who but the consistency I'm looking for is like I need you to like listen all the way through, like you know. So and I've been taking some time off hosting those episodes to then figure out a good plan to like how do I get people engaged like consistently, like what are like tricks I could do in the audio realm to like get people interested. Don't really know. I've done some research and the stuff I found really I don't works, but I don't know. It's something fun to play with and experiment with, to say the least.
I agree. And I get what you were saying too. So I like, even though I wanted to take the day off yesterday, I was still active on social media, and moving around. So I didn't, so I'm in the process of creating my course. And really, that's what it was like. Okay, if I'm going to work, that's what I'm going to do. That's not what I ended up doing. Instead, I ended up editing the footage that I was doing at the show yesterday. So even though it's like Saturday's my day off, I'm going to have fun with my sister. We're going to have a good day. We're going to eat some good food. We're going to chill at the house. We're going to watch TV. We watching TV, but I'm still over here like this because I gotta engage. I gotta, that is a part of my job, is being active on social media. So I have to engage. I need to post what I actually did. Yesterday was International Content Creators Day, so I was like, well, let me post about that because everybody doesn't even know that that's a holiday that exists and stuff like that. So it was a lot. Let me see, like. Yeah, I usually have to get beat up by life for me to take a break. So we're similar in that sense, to where I have to feel like I've done it and my body is like, you ain't got no choice. Because I am the type, like, being that I'm still in the beginning stages of building my business, and then I was starting to feel like I should be a lot further than this. And I was like, hold up, bitch, chill out. First of all, you do know you revamped. You started out, then you revamped again in January. So it's basically like you're starting from scratch from January, even though. Go ahead.
I beat myself over that last week. You don't even understand. I know where you're coming from. That's all I was gonna say.
Yes, I was like, I should be, because technically from when I officially started my business under my business name, that was this month. So I'm like, it's been a year. I should be further along than this. And I'm like, girl, but you started out doing something and then you changed it and now you done changed it again. So just take it as you started fresh in January. That's how you need to look at it. Just, I have to talk myself off of that ledge, of otherwise I'm going to be like, well, I'm not doing enough. And then that takes even longer for me to allow myself to take a break. But I was like, now I'm in this mindset to where I'm like, I need to schedule things, including breaks, so that way I don't want to get burnt out. And that is what I'm trying to teach my clients. So it's like, as I'm figuring this out, I'm sharing it with them as well. So I know what helps me is scheduling. So I'm like, okay, I have this amount of time to get this done. If I don't get it done, it sucks. But the goal is to get that thing done in that amount of time. So I'm like, okay, let me focus, let me get this done, whatever. And then let me schedule in, even if it's just as simple as a break, to like go, we stay near a cul-de-sac. So let me just go walk the dog in the cul-de-sac a couple times just to get some fresh air. Or like one of my plants, I need to like repot it, add some more soil to it. So I'm like, okay, let me refresh that. Let me refresh that and take time away from my screen, just because with what I do, it's like, it's so much screen time. And I noticed, I think it was like last Thursday, I was working on my laptop, and then I was like, okay, it's time for my lunch break. It was Thursday. I got to watch Married at First Sight. It comes out on Wednesday, but I usually watch I record it on my DVR and then I watch it on Thursday. So while I'm washing dishes, I got my phone up by the sink so I can watch while I'm washing my dishes and my food is heating up in the oven. Then I finish with the dishes and I go transfer it from off of my phone to go finish watching it on the TV, enjoying my lunch break, finish watching it on the TV, and then I come back to my laptop. I just went from screen to screen to screen back to the first screen, and I'm like, I'm going to go blind. I'm going to go crazy. I need to go outside. I need to interact with a human in real time, like with my sister's home and stuff like that. Like, I need to make sure I take breaks away from technology. So I'm making sure that I'm intentional about scheduling that in, so that way I won't get to the point to where I'm exhausted and I need a break. Like, I still want to earn my break and everything, but I don't want to be, I have to take a break because I can't move right now. Like, I'm on the verge of exhaustion, so let me sit my ass down. So I'm like, if I schedule in breaks that are away from technology, I feel like that'll help me from getting to the physical exhaustion break.
Yeah. And now I the extra push of the IRS. Now I was like, oh gosh, I had to pay this off. Yeah, a little money in it. Oh, a little money this year. You know, when you do good things happen, right? So it's like, but that's giving me that extra push. It's like, no, I gotta keep pushing, because if I don't, then it only gets worse.
Absolutely. Don't need nobody
Ah,
garnishing anything or coming to whatever, all the stuff they talk about on the radio. We don't need none of that.
yeah. And was one thing that's been frustrating me too is I've had the commercial idea in the back of my head for the longest time, and I can't make it happen because like I got so bills that I have to pay off first. I'm like I got to think about these first. But then in the back of my head, I was like, nah, if I blow some money on this commercial, then maybe I make it back even more. So it's like I'm on that bird, like just take risk, and okay, I'm full blown with this commercial and see what happens. And if it puts me in the hole even more, I don't want it to. It might be worth it. You know,
Trust me, I feel you on
because
that.
because we've gotten to the point now where you've helped me grow my website with podcasts. So I keep getting alerts about you got me like I think the alert I got was like views per hour, which is like pretty good. Like considering we've only been doing this a few months, right?
Right.
So I'm like, I don't want to slow that momentum because when we're not seeing anything, I don't get as views. And it's like, okay, but how do we take that and turn that once again the engagement up on it too? How do we turn those people into consumers or something? I don't know. It is we but I'm gonna figure it out. Definitely going to because this the fun journey so far. Just watching these numbers go up, and it's like this really happened. Sorry, my camera, my camera got too hot. That's my light overheated the camera. So the MacBook
I
camera.
just was like, keep talking. So he's coming back. He didn't go all the way away. The stream isn't gone. Keep talking. But I feel you on that. So I was in a similar boat with my situation because part of last year I was a W-2 employee when I did end up doing my taxes myself, TurboTax, woo woo. I was able to get a refund and I was like, okay, it's a couple things I can do with this refund, but I was like, I need to try to flip it and let's see if we could turn these Facebook ads back on because I've been doing organic marketing and it's been okay, but I was like, I know for a fact that I can reach more people with paid ads on social media. And that is eventually where I want my clients to go because I'm teaching them organic marketing. But that's more so you want to build a relationship and make sure that when you do put your paid ads on, that when somebody sees your paid ad and they're like, oh, this is interesting, and they click on your profile, they actually have something to look at other than some post that you made 2 years ago or
Yeah.
the only 5 posts that you have on your account. So you do want to get consistent with content so that way, when people do see you, they're not just seeing you for your ads, they can run across you more as you pop up on their timeline and stuff. So I'm like, okay, I'm at that point now where I've been consistent with my organic marketing that I feel like I can turn on my ads. And then, so it's almost like I had another revamp, right? So I'm trying to work on being my authentic self. This kind of ties in, not really, kind of, sort of, just roll with me, okay?
All right.
So I realized that when I started my business, I did not want to be the face of my business. I just wanted to this is my business over here. This is
Me
my
too.
personal brand. Just
I
because,
didn't
go
want
ahead.
to. I didn't want most on nothing. I can't stand any of it. That's me though.
And it's like, it's nothing wrong with my face. Just like it ain't nothing wrong with your face. It was just for me personally, it was like, I don't want people to get confused because I'm a content creator over here. I'm doing nails, I'm doing beauty videos, but then also I'm telling you how to do Facebook ads or content creation and stuff like that. And I was like, I don't want to combine the two. That's confusing. That's doing too much. These
Yeah.
are two separate things. But I'm like, people resonate more with people. I'm getting more engagement on my personal page when I'm posting about my business. So I was like, well, let's merge this over here. So then I've been running my ads for like 2 weeks. And then I was like, fuck, I should be running these ads on my personal page because again, somebody may see my ad and it has my face in it. And then they go to my profile for my business page and there's a couple videos and pictures with me in it, but it's not consistent because I'm just posting to get engagement and posting to have posts on that page. But it's like, so basically I had to take the ads down and we're starting back over again, just with the
Yeah.
ads this time, not with everything. And I'm just like, I'm just trying to show up, because it's like I can't be preaching to the people like, oh, you got to show up. People connect with people, not brands. Like, unless you're a household name, like, you need to be out here. You need to be the face of your company. You need to be the one to tell your story. And I'm like, this is a part of my story. Why am I not doing this? I got to do this. Okay. So it's just been that's been the other thing that I've been battling with, because now I'm kind of like, I almost want to dissolve my company, just because some of my favorite content creators, or business coaches and things like that, like, they may not necessarily have a set page for their company, if you will. It's like, this is my name and this is what I do. And maybe it's like the website might be Digital Creator Mastermind, or Client University, or paid ads, paid social ads, or something like that. They have those websites where you can go to opt into their programs. They've named their programs, but their business is under their personal page, because that's who you're essentially working with. You're working with them, you're working with their team and all of that. And that's why I was just like, okay, well, I'm going through that journey there too, to see if that's something that I actually want to do, to just like dissolve my business page, because I had a brand before I started this business. I just didn't want the two to be intermingled. And now I'm like, well, that was dumb. So now what you gonna do? And I don't know. So we probably gonna have a call after this podcast to be like, to help me figure this out, because I'm wrecking my brain, about to lose my mind trying to figure this out on my own.
Yeah. I mean, that is a quite a place to be. Because on one hand, I don't really think it is a big thing of confusion, but I see where you come. If anything, it confuses you too. So when you're posting and thinking about, you're not sure where you're at either. So it might
be extra work.
Yeah,
because I'm saying, like, you got to be consistent on your pages, and you need to post, like, depending on what type of growth that you're trying to get, you need to post once per day on your page, or 3 to 5 times if you're trying to really grow your audience. You need to be posting 3 to 5 times per platform. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to do once per day, because I just want to make sure that I'm consistent on these pages. So then that's once per day on my personal brand. That's once per day on my business brand. Then we also got to include YouTube on that, because I'm talking about Instagram now. Then we got to include YouTube in that. Then we got to include my personal Facebook page and my business Facebook page. Now, that's 5 posts already.
Yeah.
And we ain't brought up TikTok and Twitter. Okay.
You need to go on other forums and say,
LinkedIn.
This one. You need
I need to do what?
You need to go other forum and say, hey, to this one.
And I'm just like, that was part of the burnout, because I'm like, first of all, I get that it can be confusing, but at the same time, it's you. So yes, I like my nails, and yes, I like to talk about content creation. But what? Like, if it's confusing to you, maybe I'm just not the one that you need to be following, but I'm not about to stress myself out no more doing all this extra stuff. So that's what I've been transitioning over to. And I'm kind of feeling it. It's just me overthinking at the beginning, but like I said, with my business, sorry, that was a gnat, and I was like, don't you land on my microphone, now that you was gonna hear it anyway, but still. So yeah, I'm just trying to operate as my authentic self. But what you hear more so is my fingernail smacking the hell out of the microphone. Yeah, that was beneficial. So either way, I'm just trying to make sure that I'm operating in my authentic self and not overthinking things, because my business is like, I already had a business, but I was like, I need a different name. Oh, he came back at me. He was like, how dare you sweat at me, bitch? I'm gonna fly into your eyeball. And I don't have my eyelashes to protect me. Oh gosh.
That's what they for.
Either way, I think that was a sign to move on from that topic. But that's just what I was just thinking. I was overthinking in the beginning, and I'm overthinking now, because that's just what I do. I'm an overthinker. So I got to run through 75 scenarios that prove why I should or should not be doing this in the first place.
And I think I'm the king of confusion because you could literally, I'm like, you go to my website, it's damn near like Amazon if you want it to be. No, you know where
Child,
to
let me tell
click.
you something. When I went on your website, I was like, what did this have to do with? It had something to do with potatoes or something like that. I'm like,
Yep.
you know what? I don't
Yep.
know. If it's
You could
working,
buy
then
it.
you just go right on ahead, player.
But
I don't
but but
know.
I can explain that one actually. So what happened was I was actually on Amazon buying one of those, and I accidentally clicked two. I don't know how I clicked. I wanted two of them. So when I got it in the mail, like, why do I have two of these? I didn't want like. So I was just like, "Hey, I just sell it. I sell everything. Why can't I?
Well, there we go. Because I was just like,
Because it don't
I
make no
thought it would have been that you accidentally ordered it in bulk. So you have like a dozen of them and you just like, somehow I went from 1 to 12. So let me just sell the
yeah,
other 11. But that
yeah.
sounds,
And it
that's a better story that you just click 2 instead of 12.
But yeah, I how I started viewing, and then I always have I buy my clothes in most, so I always have those to sell anyways, and I've been doing that since I was little because of eBay, and but eBay takes such a large chunk. I was like, I might as well just tell them to come to me anyways. What like okay,
Cut out the middleman.
there you go, yeah. So that's came about, but that's how I see everything. You know, it's like why can't I be the plug? Like why does somebody else always have to be the plug? Like if I'm capable of it, I might as well do it. And I can tell you to go and get it, right? So
I agree with
um
that.
so like that's what I'm working on now. So speaking of, so I'm realizing how the course and books and audio and everything really works together. They're not as separate as they seem.
Mhm.
Because going back to the commercial, like I put this commercial out, right? Let's say, but where am I gonna take to it? Like I still have to actively create this content for them. Now,
Yes.
once the course is done and the content is created and live, then I can start promoting it because now I funnel them straight into the course where they go and complete the journey out me physically into a new video for the next week, and then the following week, and then the following week. So that was the part where I got ahead of myself on because I thought I was going to be able to do that, and that was creating too much. So it's like now I realize I need to buckle down, plan the course out first, create that content. Now I need to come back after that and then do the book. Or I could switch that, I guess, if I wanted to. The way I want to do it, I have the course content available first.
Mhm.
Then that way the book will help kind of lead people to it.
I agree with that
And
way as
then the
well.
podcast is just icing on the cake. Hey, you know, oh, okay. So we could follow everything. So in my head, I was like, I can get that done in a year. Yeah, well, this year is going by fast, and a good portion of it is not complete. So it's gonna take some more time than I thought. But like I was like, I was beating myself about where I should be, and I was like, nobody else who would do this by themselves would be able to get it done in a year unless they were just like extremely no distractions in their life, you know.
Mhm.
So that's pretty much where I'm at. It's like, okay, don't beat myself up if it doesn't happen, you know. By I planned on it happening by January, so January is well gone. If it doesn't happen by August, which was like my backup line, then it is. But at least I'm putting those things in place so when it does come together, and then I do decide to promote it, it is ready baked, you know, ready to go.
I feel like that we just, well, especially you, just broke down why we don't feel like we deserve a break because we put ourselves on these timelines that are not necessarily impossible, but it's gonna take a lot. And being that we still have life outside of our businesses, life does happen to get in the way. So it's like, well, I don't deserve a break because I didn't finish, I didn't finish my course. Like for me, for both of us, like I didn't finish my course. I was supposed to finish my course this weekend. So it's like, well, I don't deserve a break. But I'm like, it may not be a deserve, but like I know for me personally, that laundry piling up is really bothering me. And I know when I wrap up this podcast, I could like, okay, I already know what it is that I got to film for this course. Let me go ahead and knock that out. I already got the light set up, which I don't. I have to move my lights around and, get it set up to actually record my course that way. But it's like, you're already in my studio room. So go ahead and da-da-da. But I'm like, no, I got to live outside of this. So I got to make sure that I find time to to prioritize what it is that I need to do. Do I need to do the course? Absolutely. But I don't need to beat myself up about it. And as long as I still accomplish the goal, like it's a marathon, not a sprint. But we have in our minds like, no, I know I can lock it in, especially because we've done extraordinary things in short periods of times before. Like looking at your website, I don't know how long it took it to get like where it is now, but there's certain things on your website that it was like, man, that's probably gonna take me about a month to get this together, and then you knock it out in a week. And you like, I'm that nigga. What? Can't nobody tell me nothing. So then we're on the opposite end of that, and it's like, I could probably knock this out in like 2 weeks, and instead it takes 2 months or 6 months. Then it's like, I don't deserve no break because I ain't even do what I said I was gonna do. So for me, I want to make sure that it's like, I'm doing the best that I can. Let me make sure that I'm doing that. So if it's one thing where I'm slacking and then that's the reason why, okay. Like I know I need to be on top of what I said I was going to do. But if it's like I'm getting distracted with this and I'm over here texting, or I'm trying to date, or I'm focused on everything else but what I need to, and that's why I don't get my goal accomplished. Okay, you ain't been on your shit, so you don't need no break. But if I've been on it and I know that I'm putting out my best effort and then it still didn't get accomplished, okay, my timeline didn't align with God's timeline or the time that I actually needed to execute this. So that's okay. It's okay. I'm still on track for getting it done. It just didn't happen in my time frame. So that's what I want to remind myself, and I'm going to remind you too. So that way we don't beat ourselves up, and then next thing you know, we are in the hospital together. I beat up, exhaustion over here, just looking crazy.
Is it 7?
Especially with you, I don't sleep unless I feel tired, and I'm just barely hanging on by a thread. I ain't got time for that. No, I need to go to bed at night.
Oh gosh. Yeah, that's how I feel alive.
See that stretch right there? That's your body being like, yeah, motherfucker, you ain't sleep, did you? Feel that in your back.
It's always
feel that tension.
It's always a nervous like I'm always half awake, half sleep because I got so many alarms too. It's like, oh, I gotta make sure I'm awake so I'm not late to my pickup. It's like I don't want to be late to pick because I did that this week too. I had a scheduled 3 a.m. pickup. I think that was
where did they need to go at 3
maybe
a.m.?
30 to the airport. It was like maybe 30 minutes away from the house to get to them before. But the previous night, my last one like ended at 10 o'clock. So I didn't get home until like 11. So like, yeah, like would I really think I was gonna be able to make a 3 a.m. and piss those people off for sure.
Were you late or you didn't get them at all?
Didn't get them at all. Like I slept straight through. I didn't wake up until like 6. So it was all bad. And I had another one at 5. That made it worse. It was like 2 in the same day. It's like you definitely gotta be more cautious or more thoughtful of that too.
Or stop getting overnights. Hey, if y'all need to go to the airport that early, y'all need to call regular Uber. Like, no.
Let me tell you something. Don't stop. If you want to pay me $100 for them, I'm definitely to pick you up.
You need to be there to get it. That's the problem. Maybe make it extra worth your while. Make it $200 or something to make sure you gonna wake up. Because apparently your sleep was worth $100 that day.
For them, I pull up to the house and fall asleep. I ain't gonna be late. No, I'm in the front yard.
I'm gonna just sleep out here. Y'all fine. You come knock on the window when you ready. I'm gonna be here though. When you need to put your stuff in the trunk, you want to put your stuff in there now? I'm ready. Just camp out here tonight.
Oh gosh. Well, I want to thank everybody for tuning in to a great episode of Domestic Athlete Training Podcast with your host Anthony T. And
Blondie Lockhart.
right here on OaklandSunshine.com. Appreciate you so much. And until time, as always, stay motivated and love life.